Hey everybody, welcome back to Hearthstone Arena, Northernlion's Den. Let's continue going with this Hunter deck. A little bit less enthused with it than I was when we first got started, and we ran to a pretty quick 3-0. Now we're at 4-2, and it's looking like things are probably gonna, go off the rails soon. I think this is a pretty good deck. How did we lose? We got trounced by, was it two mages that killed us? It was a priest and a mage that killed us, so we'll go up against another mage right away. I'm not saying it's necessarily that this is like a bad matchup for our class. This is the first time I've seen Misdirection all day in this deck. I totally forgot that we even had it. I guess I'll keep it just because, a worst case scenario, we get hit, but we also get one more durability on our Eaglehorn bow. Mage is a heavy secrets player as well, some mages anyway, so it's possible that we'll be able to get even more durability on an Eaglehorn bow. But anyway, we can't really do too much here to get started with. We actually might want to throw down Explosive Trap instead, because that can, if he attacks me directly, then Explosive Trap will deal with a lot of early game drops. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, I guess. Well, I guess what I would do here is probably throw down Explosive Trap first, and then we'll get Eaglehorn Bow going, and then we'll get Misdirection out there as well, and maybe we can just do 12 damage with Eaglehorn Bow. He's gonna coin and then a 3-mana drop, which is going to be Jungle Panther. Annoying, but not really that big of a deal in the whole scheme of things. Emperor Cobra is an interesting play here. This is like so opposite of the normal kind of like beast play that we have going on here. I kind of want to just like drop a Misdirection, but I think actually it's in our best interest to play Emperor Cobra here. The reason I say like why not play Eaglehorn Bow here? It's stupid to play Eaglehorn Bow here in my opinion, because we can basically use this as a 3-mana charge creature. The only reason it would be bad to not play Eaglehorn Bow here is if we lose out on the durability from this Explosive Trap becoming live. But if he wants to attack me directly, then Explosive Shot will kill him, so that's fine. We get a 1-for-1 trade, and I'm not that concerned about it. We do deal 2 damage to him as well, and the durability is not that big of a concern. Instead, I'd rather summon Emperor Cobra. If you want to, sacrifice your Panther for Emperor Cobra, by all means. If not, it depends what you summon on this turn, but I may well... Oh my god, why? I'm actually a little bit pissed about that. It is a 1-for-1 trade, and I got the better of it. Oh, please don't... Okay, the Cobra's gonna live. That's all that matters. If the Cobra lives, no matter what minion he summons, I can trade for it. No, because it's going to be killed instead. Which kind of sucks, I guess, but oh well. So far, so good still. So this Cobra is not gonna last too much longer. The question is, what do we do? Do we Misdirection? Maybe we Misdirection and we send out the Buzzard. Although, again, I don't really know if there's any reason to send out the Buzzard straight away. We'll do it anyway. This is part of the problem is that we're kind of spending a little bit too much to get ourselves out here. He's making some very smart plays by using his hero power to take out the Cobra, by the way. I probably could have handled that situation better. But we have some interesting potential plays. He's got 2 mana left. We'll just kill that with Eaglehorn Bow. That's our play. Yeah, that's absolutely our play. And then we'll Steady Shot. So we'll Eaglehorn Bow, hit him again, and hit him again with a Steady Shot and end our turn. I want to get this Azure Drake out there. Spell damage +1 is actually pretty nice because it makes Kill Command. I think it would do 6 damage now, if I'm not mistaken, which is effectively the same as a Fireball for 1 less mana. Plus we get the card draw, which is very valuable. This maybe is now a good opportunity to use Deadly Shot. So we'll just get Spiteful Smith out of there for free, and then we'll do one of these and one of these, and I'm not going to use Kill Command yet. So we'll see what he chooses to do with 6 mana now. We should still be able to kill anything that he puts out there. I would love to not use the Eaglehorn Bow to do it, because if Misdirection actually manages to work, that would be awesome. Maybe he actually ends up killing himself with a really high mana or high attack creature. But we also have a top deck coming, so we'll see. He's going to play his own secret, which is nice. Or maybe he's not. He's just going to buff Kirin Tor Mage. Weird situation, because now Multi-Shot is a very valuable card. Like, I really think Multi-Shot's really good here. And if he wants to do a 5-1, like, we'll Multi-Shot, and that'll for sure kill Sun-Shattered Cleric. I really thought he was going to play a secret with that Kirin Tor Mage. Let's see. We're going to Multi-Shot. That'll kill Sun-Shattered Cleric. I could have Hunter's Marked, Multi-Shotted, and then kept him off the field. I don't think it's particularly strong. What's really nice about this is that, what's he going to do? He can't Flame Strike, obviously. So I think we steady shot and end our turn. And it might not seem like it, but we actually are getting fairly close to the point where we'd be in a situation where we could kill him with this kill command. So I'm hoping that he's like, oh, Kirin Mage. I'm not going to sacrifice 5 damage just to kill the buzzard. He actually chose to do that. Much to my surprise. Fair enough, though. If he has like a Flame Strike or something like that, it's worthless, which is great. And I'm very pleased about that. Again, Kill Command will do 6 damage, then we have 3 damage from Eaglehorn Bow. This is after we get Azure Drake. Actually, Kill Command will only do 4 damage now. So let's see what he chooses to throw out here. Lots of Shun-Shattered Clerics. That's pretty standard. I would almost rather not even summon a minion here. And the reason is because Misdirection is actually going to be... You know, if I summon my own minion, then Misdirection is unfortunately not as valuable. But I'd rather get the Spell Power +1 out. And we get a Starving Buzzard, which is great because now Starving Buzzard Kill Command does 5 damage, 6 if this ends up living. And we steady shot. So we are, again, getting very, very close to being able to kill the Mage. And he can't possibly know, which is the good part. But we could still lose this one very easily. It would not take very much at all for us to lose this one. But like a very good Misdirection. If he attacks me with... Oh, so he's... Okay, that's a smart trade. If he attacks me with Sun-Shattered Cleric, Misdirection now has him hit his character directly, please. Okay. That kind of sucks, actually, because... well, actually, no. That means Sun-Shattered Cleric will at least die. And we actually got 1 more durability on Eaglehorn Bow, which is very nice here. So we get 5 damage out of the... Kill Command plus Buzzard. That takes him down to 7. We do 3, and then another 2. I think we're in rushdown mode here. He's also going to go for rushdown mode and probably hit me with his hero power because he has to. Next turn, 7 plus 10, 11 damage he can do. Okay, now we give the Buzzard Taunt, and that becomes... we can't give the Buzzard Taunt and do Steady Shot, but it's probably better to do this. So we send the Buzzard, then we Kill Command him directly. Let me think about this. We obviously hit him at this point. I think Steady Shot is way more valuable because it puts him in the killing zone with the Eaglehorn Bow. Or with Steady Shot, so that's probably the most important part of this. So if he doesn't kill me next turn, he's gonna die. How could he do it? He can't even do a Pyroblast at this point. He's got his own secret. That's probably the secret that causes like 8 armor next time you get hit. That's a bad thing. No question about it. The good thing about it is that it will allow us to get 1 more durability on Eaglehorn Bow. It could also be Mirror Entity. The fact that he's taking so long to think about it makes me think that maybe it's not the secret that he needed. Okay, is he going to kill the Buzzard? That's a super weird play for me. The fact that we get frozen here is actually something that I did not consider that is very good. So I guess we'll start with a Steady Shot. And he's going to die. Okay, so not too much that I had to worry about there. It turns out that actually worked out perfectly fine, so it got a little scary for a minute there, but I think we chose exactly the right moment to start the rush down towards the end. So we're 5-2, fairly strong with the Hunter deck. I gotta say that, you know, if we go 5-3, I'll be a little bit disappointed because, you know, Hunter's one of my favorite classes, so the longer we can keep this kind of near-death streak alive, the better it'll be. I mean, that's pretty obvious. I do have 225 gold, so probably the way that this will work is if I get at least 25 gold in the end of arena rewards, that'll take me up to 250, and then I'll buy a pack, and we'll open 2 packs, and then maybe we'll do the drafting as well in this video for the next, we'll do the drafting plus a game. Okay, so we're going up against a priest here. I shouldn't be talking as if we're already lost. I've been absolutely destroyed by a priest, and then I've had a priest absolutely destroy me. Nearly mirror images. I went like 29-0, and then I think I lost like 30-0. Pretty solid starting hand here. Eaglehorn Bow, Starving Buzzard, Scavenging Hyena. What goes out first? Usually you want to throw out the Buzzard first so that when you send out the Hyena, you can get a card out of it. And the good news is that Priest doesn't have too much to deal with early game drops except for the Shadow Word Pain. At least this is what I'm thinking. Occasionally I get shellacked for coming out with misinformation in my commentary. As always, keep in mind, I am not a pro Hearthstone player. I am not Trumps. I am not Crip. Nor am I, you know, even a Total Biscuit or a Husky or something like that. All I do is I play Hearthstone leisurely and I'm trying to get better. He's going to coin right off the bat. Interesting. Into a 2-mana drop Cobalt Geomancer. It's actually, he probably can't know it yet, but that's a very great play for him. because now I don't want to throw out a Scavenging Hyena or a Starving Buzzard because he's just going to kill it. So instead, we'll Steady Shot. I'll, get a card advantage by not playing one. Next turn, we Eaglehorn Bow, and we kill him, and then we can start our march to hopefully victory. But this does put a serious chink in our early game momentum gathering. Because what I don't want to happen now is, of course, I play what could have happened? I play Starving Buzzard. He hits me directly. We trade 2 mana for 2 mana, but I get a card, I guess, because he used the coin. I'm just trying to think about maybe that was the wrong decision. The good news is, if I play, whenever a friendly beast dies, get +2/+2. Or sorry, +2/+1. First things first, we send out Eaglehorn Bow, and we kill the Cobalt Geomancer. And then next turn I think we send out Ironforge Rifleman, and hopefully after that point I am able to start putting these beasts out on the field. The good news is I've saved a bunch of beast cards. Okay, what is this priest deck? Normally I would be like, wow, this priest deck sucks, but now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, this dude's got to be at least 5 wins deep into the arena, so that frightens me that this gimmicky deck is in such a good position. I really don't want to use a multi-shot in a situation like this, so I'd rather use an Ironforge Rifleman. And you know what? If you want to trade, by all fucking means, go for it. I could just hit him directly with Eaglehorn Bow. I hate to do it because we're going to take a lot of damage in the meantime, but let's get that shit off the field. It's really annoying. We're going to take that 2 damage regardless. There's no way around it. I'm not pleased with the way this has started. I'm at a huge health disadvantage 4 turns into the game. Leper Gnome will do that, though. Hopefully he's sacrificed late game in order to pick up a bunch of early game. Ancient Brewmaster is a very good card. That should be pretty obvious at this point. We could kill it. Maybe. But I think at this point, instead we do Starving Buzzard. And then we play a Scavenging Hyena. So we get at least 1 card draw. And then we do Arcane Shot on the Brewmaster. And we're trading a lot here, but I think it's more or less necessary to make sure we have control of the board. So a Holy Nova would be really damaging here. No question about that. Ideally, he plays 2 shitty minions and I multi-shot. Or I can trade my Buzzard for something. I could play Stranglethorn Tiger, then trade the Buzzard, and Hyena becomes stronger, and I get a card draw from playing the Tiger. Or I could play Scavenging Hyena, and I get a card draw from that as well. But then again, a Holy Nova makes this pretty weak. So he's silenced the Buzzard, so the Buzzard's not very strong anymore. And then he used Novice Engineer. It's an interesting situation. A multi-shot. Ooh, he's got another mana. Northshire Cleric. Okay, Northshire Cleric's gotta die. As soon as possible, ideally. So we don't get the card draw anymore. He's got so many early game drops. We don't get the card draw anymore from our... just let me think about how I want this to go. I think we go... I want the Buzzard to die. So I'll go Scavenging Hyena. And then we'll trade for the Owl. And the reason we're doing this is so we can get the fat buffs on both of the Hyenas now. So they'll both be 4 and 3. Which is still, not necessarily great. Because if he has, any board clearing cards, he can stop it. But then we'll get that Northshire Cleric off the board, which could have been a serious problem. So I feel pretty good, but we're both low on cards, and I don't have anything particularly amazing. Ideally, we can sacrifice a Scavenging Hyena to make our... other Scavenging Hyena a 6/4. Stranglethorn Tiger is another beast, and if we can trade that favorably for a better minion, then these will both become 6/4s, and then we start doing a really dumb amount of damage. But I actually like having the Hyenas at 4 damage. This is a very small trick for playing against a priest, is that, okay. If you're playing against a priest, at 4 health, your minions are basically, indestructible by Shadow Word cards, which is extremely important. I say we use a kill command on this dude, and then we put out our Starving Buzzard, and we do a Steady Shot, and we do another, 10 total damage to him, I guess. It's a wild one. He could seriously cause me some problems if he wipes out my board and plays a minion himself. I've got not that many options to deal with it. Stranglethorn Tiger will take 2 turns, and it'll make it work, but now the Tiger becomes a lot better because we get a card draw off of it when we play it, which is very important in a situation like this, I think. If we could trade the Buzzard, then we could possibly kill him on this turn. Very unlikely. But we can get him... The good news is... Actually, this is bad news. I was going to say the good news is if we get him low enough, we can start Steady Shotting, but then he can just heal as well. So the Priest is actually fairly resilient to the Hunter's normal kind of rushdown benefit here. He's taken a long time to deal with this, though. That makes me think that he does not have, like, a Holy Nova. We'll see. I really like this guy's deck, both because, A, I'm not that scared to play against him, but B, because it's, like, a super gimmicky priest deck. And I'm not being sarcastic. I really like playing against this as opposed to the normal priest deck, which is just, like, Shadow Word Pain, Holy Nova. Or, you know, I guess you can go Divine Spirits and Inner Fires. I honestly don't really care if we, if this game goes much longer, because, you know, normally priests kind of wait it out until turn 8, and then they get a mind control. Even if I play Stranglethorn Tiger, he won't be able to mind control it because it can't be targeted. What is he doing here? Thrallmar Farseer. Why have I been seeing that card so much today? Arcane Golem gives me a mana crystal. It's not that big of a concern, honestly. It's got charge. Oh, now he could use a Shadow Word on me, which scares me a little bit. And I got a Dark Iron Dwarf. So what do we do here? Stranglethorn Tiger to draw a card first, just in case that card changes the game drastically. It doesn't really. But now I think we buff the shit out of our Scavenging Hyena. And this is because we're gonna go for the finish as soon as possible. The Tiger's an extra 5 damage that you know, could come out next turn, so that can stop him from having much opportunity here. Basically, let me put it this way. He's probably maximum going to be at 10 health at the end of this turn. We have 8 here. Oh, let's just talk about it this way. What do we have on the board? 19. That's crazy. Plus another 2 in my hand. Or not 2 in my hand, but 2 from the hero power. So he's got to somehow take 11 damage off the field, which is not that hard. He could do it by killing the Hyena and the Dark Iron Dwarf. Then I would only have 9. He'd still have to have enough mana to heal afterwards. But if I get an Arcane Shot, he's dead. If I get a Kill Command, he's dead. If he can't heal, he's almost certainly dead. A Holy Nova is not even that strong here. It would actually, it's pretty good because he would heal him for 2. It would kill the Starving Buzzard. We'll see. There's a number of permutations that would still save him here. Is there anything that saves him long term? Possibly, but if he had it, my guess is that it would probably make itself pretty obvious to him already. So that is indeed one way to kill the Buzzard. There's 2 damage off the field. Well, actually, the field is still the same in terms of damage because of the buff to the Hyena. And he can't really do too much else with the Thrallmar Farseer, so he's conceded. Okay, not he's conceited, but he surrendered. So we're going to go up 6-3. I'm feeling pretty good about this deck again. 3 wins, 2 losses, 3 wins. That's okay. Let's play another one here, because we're having a good time with this deck, and I feel like this has to be the last video. If I win this one, we'll do another one, but if I lose this one, it's kind of perfect timing, isn't it? Because then I can just go straight into another draft. That was a good game, though. I'm very pleased with it. And we're going to go up against a Mage again, and that concerns me greatly. I had a lot of fun with that last game, though. Going first with this hand means we're going to aggressively mulligan the shit out of this, because these cards don't really interest me all that much. We need Buzzards or Hyenas or an Eaglehorn Bow. That's a pretty solid order, actually. We can do Starving Buzzard and Raging Worgen, then probably Houndmaster if the Buzzard's alive. Anyway, let's see how this works. I can't remember our track record against mages here. I guess I did beat a mage in the first game, but it's kind of close. It's always touch and go. I don't know. Is Misdirection really the right play here? We don't have any other beasts to summon with Starving Buzzard, but I think it's better than Misdirection. Actually, you know what? Maybe it's not. Why don't we go Misdirection? And then what I'm thinking is, instead of playing the Buzzard and basing our whole early game on the Buzzard, we'll instead use Raging Worgen next. And if he trades for it, fine. It's a beneficial trade for him for sure. Actually, let me think about this. Buzzard is still... Actually, Buzzard's better in this situation. If he wants to trade for me, that's fine. Yeah. And actually, you might not be realizing about this, the reason I didn't play Ironforge Rifleman is because I don't think we get much value out of it, and I'd rather use this maybe to hit like Raging Worgen and make him much stronger. But now, if he's like, well, I don't want to trade Fairy Dragon for Buzzard, he probably does, but if he doesn't, then he attacks me. Misdirection makes it possible for him to attack the Buzzard and die. So he wanted to do that anyway, which is fine. Honestly, I'm fairly tempted to just use Deadly Shot to destroy this Acolyte of Pain. I'm not sure if he gets a card draw out of it. I can never remember. But I think we send out the Worgen in this situation. I don't know. I guess ideally, how would... There is no ideal here. This Acolyte of Pain is going to give him a card draw. The only question is what he's able to get out of it otherwise. I don't feel... things are getting a little out of hand already. I would love if this made him actually attack my Worgen, because now... Yeah, now my... Oh, seriously? Well, that's not worth... That's 1 damage to him for 2 mana, which sucks pretty hard. Is the Frost Nova, like... Basically paid 2 mana to freeze the Worgen, which I think is pretty bad. Honestly, let's just consider that turn never happened. And I'll take out 2 of his very strong minions. He'll get a card draw out of it. But the Worgen that I have stays alive. What's my, like, play here, eventually? Ironforge Rifleman comes out, hits Raging Worgen. Now I have a 4/2 Wind Fury creature, and I hit him twice, or I kill a minion and then hit him once. We don't have beasts right now, so, you know, losing the Buzzard was not that big of a deal. Misdirection was misplayed by me, but if it had not, you know, dice rolled to make it hit the Mage once, it would have been a lot better. What am I concerned about right now? He goes second, and he has a ton of cards versus my 4 cards, which is pretty bad. So if I can get some card draw, that would be nice, but it's very unlikely to happen. Maybe an Azure Drake comes out next. We'll see. Feeling okay now, but it's always important to look at that card advantage. He's got his own taunt creature. So we'll trade 1 for 1, and I'll take a little bit of a mana advantage here, I think. Like, I'll just send out Deadly Shot, like so. And that will kill this guy. And then I do think this is in our best interest to Ironforge Rifleman our own dude, and then have him do 8 damage. So now I think even if we lose the Worgen, if he plays a Blizzard or something like that, we got the value out of the Worgen that we needed to get. And Mage doesn't have any healing, so we can just rush him down by using Steady Shot. If somehow this Raging Worgen lives for another turn, we probably win. Because, he has to kill it. Because otherwise Dark Iron Dwarf just comes out and makes him crazy strong. Sheep is not a beast. Oh, it is a beast, so I could actually Houndmaster that sheep. Which I may consider, in all honesty. Starving Buzzard. It does work, but it's not super good. We could Houndmaster the Starving Buzzard, but I want to kill the Demolisher. The Demolisher's gotta die. But the sheep will die as well. I don't really like this. I think he's put himself in a pretty okay situation here. Alright, so I do think that in this situation, we Dark Iron Dwarf the Ironforge Rifleman, which is not fantastic, but we do that. And we got a lot of not great minions out on the field here, but the reason I'm not going to summon any more is because I worry about the possibility of a Flame Strike. And a Flame Strike would be a serious problem here. Everything would die, no question about it. The sheep lives, which is good. What else comes out now? Chillwind Yeti. We could kill it. It would cost us 2 cards. Ice Lance on the Dark Iron Dwarf. Annoying, but gets the job done. So pretty good for him. Okay, now the Flame Strike, is it a genuine concern? Yes, but I need the card draw, so we'll do this. And yes, I am very concerned about the possibility of a Flame Strike. Don't get me wrong. We'll just hit him directly. If a Flame Strike comes out, we probably lose this game. I don't know. We're at 15 with a beast. If I got a couple of lucky kill commands, which would do 5 damage each, we could make something good happen here. What's up with that? He would definitely not attack me if he was going to Flame Strike afterwards. Presumably. What is this now? Like a Blizzard or a Cone of Cold? Cone of Cold makes sense because then you have 3 minions and it freezes them all. Ogre Magi, then Cone of Cold is a better play. Okay, double Ogre Magi. Now I'm starting to get confused. So we can kill many things here. Basically with... Oh, this is good. I like this now that I think about it. Do I really want to use a Deadly Shot to just kill the Chillwind Yeti, though? Probably not. So we can do it like this. So that's a smart play, I think. And do we just go for the rush down now? I kind of like the idea of if I Houndmaster... Oh, if I Houndmaster the Cobra, he lives, but then it just sucks up mana next turn. I think that the Tiger going out is pretty smart. We get a card draw out of it. I think the Power Shot's pretty smart. And I think we play the Hyena just to get the card draw as well. And again, we're like totally rife for an awful Flame Strike. We have another card draw, weirdly enough. So he's got spell power +2. That's pretty scary. In fact, even spell power +1 is really scary because of the flame strike. So you know what? We're gonna go for like the crazy rush down here. The reason I didn't kill one of the Ogre Magi, Flame Strike wouldn't have stopped anything. Cone of Cold is now very strong. Blizzard is very strong. 5 mana for 4 damage and freeze to all minions is very good. But again, if he had any of those area of effect attacks, he would not be attacking me with Chillwind or with his Ogre Magi's. So now he's put himself in like the best multi-shot position of all time, and he's gonna tap himself out of cards. Frostwolf Warlord. Okay, that's a really good Frostwolf Warlord, obviously, but we win. We win on this turn. We play Houndmaster on our Tiger. Tiger becomes 7/7, and then we just go like that, and well played. All right, so that was a very smooth video. We are now up to 7-3, which is the I guess a tie for like the best arena I've ever had. So that feels really good. And we've won like 4 in a row now, so I'm pretty pleased about this. As always, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure to show your support by clicking the like button. It does help me out a great deal. And of course, as always, subscribe if you want to see more daily Hearthstone. We're gonna see next video. We're either gonna the arena is gonna end one way or the other, but we may end up going 7-3, 8-3, or 9-3. In any case, again, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode as much as I have, and I'll see you next time.